Any other questions?
Government scientists say Omicron infections are now moving at a phenomenal pace.
You breathe. You breathe. It's just a normal thing. From when you're born, you breathe. And then when you get to that stage where you can't breathe, you panic. And you think, well, what can I do? I've never experienced nothing like this in my life. And it's nothing I'd want anyone else to.
It's really scary, you know, it's scary not being able to breathe.
Shannon was fully vaccinated and had recently received her booster shot.
I could not catch my breath. Even now it's a little struggle talking, but I couldn't catch my breath. I felt all this pain in my chest. It felt like bricks were on my chest.
Now I go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, mountain bike, never off sick. It's just knocked me off my feet. As you say, I don't think it's going to happen. Felt like I've been strangled 5 times a day. Really bad. Yeah, worst month of my life. I've been double jabbed as well. May and July I was jabbed.
Omicron is now reported to be as severe as the Delta variant.
At least.
Yeah, at least. So, Master, this is very concerning. Is there any solution? And will there be a vaccine for this? Because it is said that Omicron variant spreads 70 times faster than Delta.
And it even evaded vaccines now, that's what they say.
Yes, Master.
I read that even with Delta, the risk of reinfection by it is less, you know?
Right.
4 or 5 times less than reinfection with, Omicron.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Besides, if you are infected with other COVID, just like Delta even, and if you have already been infected, and then you are protected for 6 months at least. But with the Omicron, it's much less. You're less protected, for 19%, something like that.
Yes, Master.
So the Omicron is very scary.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, I don't have a solution. I told everybody to eat vegan.
Yes, Master.
That's the best solution. But I'm afraid it's even too late now.
Oh, God.
I'm afraid it's too late now.
Oh.
Wow.
It could still be some help if you're vegan and if you pray and you are sincere and you have less sinful deeds before that, maybe you can be saved.
Yes.
But otherwise, it may be too late now. The COVID chief, army chief, told me that.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It looks like heaven wants to destroy humanity, not just now, but the future as well.
Oh.
Yeah. I cannot tell you details.
Yes, Master.
I'm not allowed to. It's very scary.
Oh, Master.
And the long-term effect and the secret effect, nobody can find out.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Yes, Master.
They just found out the surface only, and they say already many things. Even lower sperm count, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Oh.
Many other things I'm not allowed to tell you. But it looks like humans are not going to be pardoned. I wrote it in my diary, some of the details, but I cannot tell you, okay?
Yes, Master.
Suffice is to tell you that it looks like humanity is going to be depleted.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, it is very terrible. And at the beginning they say, oh, don't panic, it's just a mild infection. No, it's just the surface.
Yes,
but I have told you also, under the table or openly, that is not the way it looks.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, the virus did not mutate just for fun.
Yes, Master.
They did it on purpose, with the directive to inflict the most harm on humanity.
Wow.
Not just now, but in the future as well. People just don't repent. My God, I hope they do repent so they can save themselves and save humanity's lineage.
Yes, Master.
And gene pool. Because if the genes are damaged or depleted, then humanity is doomed.
Yes, Master.
Yes,
Yeah.
Master.
People just don't listen what to do. I'm trying my best every day, but I don't heaven is having any leniency. Try my best.
Thank you, Master, for all that you are doing to help.
There are some slow and long-term effects. The scientists don't know yet, and maybe they won't know even.
Wow.
The hidden long-term effect of Omicron for the scientists is very likely hard to find. And even if found, it's not sure that we can cure it. They will never discover the whole thing.
Wow.
They will see only the result, but they might not even know that is from the Omicron. They would just probably say humans become more degraded or whatever. I don't want to say further. I lost sleep over everything, but what am I to do? Humans, they just don't change, and things seem to get worse. If they keep relying only on science and chasing vaccines one after another, that's not it. That's not the real solution, okay? The real solution is the human moral standards and loving kindness and compassion, real compassion, not just astral emotion. We need real compassion, real awakening in order to avoid all this disaster and one variant of pandemic after another. Yeah, if humans have lost this love within themselves, they lose everything already. They have no more human quality. You understand me?
Yes, Master.
Not worthy to be humans anymore. And that's why heavens want to destroy them. Because they're not up to the standard even to be a human. Even if you want to be a human again and not go to hell or not go into a different other species like animal people or lower animal people or vicious animal people, something like that. And you have to adhere to the principles, the 5 precepts or the 10 commandments.
Yes, Master.
All right. Any other questions?
I have a question about the secret you gave last conference, Master. That a person won't get infected if they are vegan and they have benevolence. Does it depend on how much benevolence one has? That maybe you still get sick, but just a little, or not at all?
Yeah, it's true. It depends on a couple of things. First of all, as you say, maybe more or less benevolence, yeah? Benevolence has 2 kinds, the outward performance and truly inward also, or both.
Yes.
Some people seem to be benevolent, but they are not. They just do it because they can, because they have money or because they want to be looked upon as a benevolent person, but they don't have true sympathy in their heart.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and the real benevolent one is the one who really has love, compassion for others. Truly like that in their heart. They feel the pain of other people. Of course, it's not like physical pain, but it's truly feel as if they are in that situation.
Yes.
The real benevolence, many people have, just they don't cultivate it.
Yes, Master.
If we are God's children, of course we have all that. But if we live running with the world and doing all kind of worldly things, and then we will forget that dormant true love within us. Just like we forget the light that we inherit, that we are part of it, that we're part of God's light.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So benevolence, of course, depends on how much and true or not. It's not the outside charity. It's not the outside reaction or even encouraging or like praising those who do charity or benevolent acts. Benevolent. No, it's not only that. It must be from inside your heart. Okay?
Yes, Master.
But whether or not they have love in their heart, that God knows.
Yes, Master.
And the COVID virus, invisible as they are, they know everything. They look in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. They don't look at your outward performance. Of course, if you perform charitable or good deeds outside with the true love, from your true love, then of course they know it too.
Yes, Master.
And if you have even tried to be benevolent, even though you're not sure whether or not you're sincere, but you try, you try your best, they also know. And in that case, you will have but mild,
Yes.
and you will recover. And vegan, of course, yeah? Vegan is already a benevolent act.
Yes.
If you do it for compassion purpose, and even if you do it for health purpose, you will benefit from the vegan good energy, and then you slowly also will develop more love, more compassion,
Yes, Master.
and more benevolence. Just side effects. If you do things good and you try it with all your sincerity, then it will have good side effects. If you be vegan because of compassion or protection for the planet, then you get more benefit from that. So even if you are sick, like with COVID, it will brush you by only.
Yes, understand.
Master.
And another factor is that whether or not you have enough merit also to
Yes.
cover that, then you recover quickly. And another factor is that is your fate, your destiny to die by that.
Oh.
It's just an excuse to die. To die, whatever the time you have to die.
Yes, Master.
So by the way, you die by COVID. So there are many factors. It depends on many things. Many meat eaters did not get the COVID yet, or don't get, because maybe they have very big merit from the former life, number one. Or number two, they are from devils, force incarnate.
Oh.
They are there to harm humans, just like the COVID themselves.
Wow.
So they are like allies,
Yes.
so they won't harm each other.
Wow.
The COVID will not harm those people, those beings.
Wow.
Yeah. So it looks like these people, how come they don't get anything, even though they did so many bad things? They're together.
Oh, wow.
So I asked also the COVID-19 chief, I say, why, for example, like those pedo priests and the Pope, they did bad things, they say bad things, even against Jesus, how come they don't get COVID or die? They said to me, because the soldiers recognize them as the negative level. They say to me, they are labeled as negative level. They don't say they're classified or categorized. Maybe they didn't know how to choose the word. They're labeled as there's a negative side. So they won't touch them.
Wow.
It's a bad thing, but I tell you the truth.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I wish I could tell you that these people will die fast, die quick by COVID, but it's not like that. They're together. They're working to harm humans. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Even before they were born already, they want to kill them already
Wow.
so that they can eat them
Yeah.
in their spirit. They don't just eat the chicken people, big chicken people, big beef. They also eat the essence of those babies who die agonizingly by abortion.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
They're all there for blood. They work together. They are friends. They don't touch the negative people. They're from hell, the ones who came up just to harm humans. So anyone else who harm humans is their allies. It's not all the people who don't die of COVID are negative. They're just some people who have a lot of merit in former life.
Yes, Master.
So in this lifetime, their destiny doesn't cast them into that category. But it will be a lot more. It's not just that. Remember, before I asked how long you want to continue punishing humans with the COVID, they told me a lot more will die. Just like about Omicron, yeah? The chief of the COVID told me some days ago, long before the news broke out, like the experts say it's not mild, it's as bad as the Delta, for example, like that,
Yes.
and the lower sperm count,
Yeah.
and etc., etc. I knew all that long before already. Many things I know long before the news comes out. But it doesn't mean that I'm allowed to tell. He has to do what he has to do.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.